Okay, now, again, to avoid confusion, there's more split paths here. West, south, up, right. So, once again, this is a good area to reference to come back. If you're looking to plow through Victory Road, head north, make sure you're ready to fight because there's two rather tougher battles up ahead. Instead, I'm going to take the path south, and it actually splits again. The left cave is the one that requires flash. I'll come back to that later. Instead, head right, pick up a dragon fang, and head over into this cave. And upon entering this cave, let me pull up my dowsing machine. We can head south, and there's another veteran we can fight here. Okay, after fighting him, head down this way and you can pick up a dragon scale. This allows Seadra to evolve if you hold and give it as a hold item and then trade the Pokemon. Nothing up this way. Instead, we're going to come down here, and this is going to lead us to a cave where you can meet Zoroark. But the Pokemon won't move, and he won't move until the aftergame. So if you're interested in aftergame stuff, that's a point of interest for you. Obviously, I'm not going to be covering the aftergame, so just keep that place in mind if you're exploring in the future. Anyways, work your way back to the split path all the way up here, and we're going to head west this time. And heading west is going to take us to yet another battle. Okay, after fighting her, we can head down this way, and if you loop all the way around, there is a hidden item up on this rock. It is a rare candy, convenient, and then we're going to loop back around and head down these steps. There's a max revive hidden, well, not hidden, in plain sight rather, and then we can head down, and guess what? Another battle. Remember when Victory Road took like 15 minutes to get through? Man, I wish it was still like that. Okay, we can head down and back into the cave now. This is that cave from earlier, except now we're on the west side, and there's also a ranger on the west side as well. Alright, good news. we're almost to the... Well, we've almost finally completed Victory Road. Now this will take us back to the area with the boulders, and this will take us back to the cave with Flash that I mentioned earlier. So I'm going to now explore this part of the cave, the cave. So like I said, you're going to need Flash, put it on a Pokemon that has a good TM move that you can switch between. In my case, like I said, I'm using it on Espeon. And then there aren't actually really any battles in this area. It's all item stuff. So head on up this way and we can pick up the first item. It is a PowerPoint Max. And then loop back around, climb up these steps. Repel, yep. There is a red shard hidden on this rock. And then we're going to head east and we're going to reach some water that we're going to have to surf across. And if you surf across it, you can pick up a rare candy. And then we're going to head north. And heading up will lead us to yet another hidden item. Where is it? I remember. Okay. I'm confusing myself now. Head over here to this little patch of land, and there's a hidden max elixir here. And that is it for the Flash Cave. So you can replace Flash, head back north, and this will lead you all the way back to that area that we've been using as a reference point. So this is kind of like a mini shortcut if you want to. It'll get you through the area pretty quickly. And then there is one last veteran to fight. We are so close to the end of this place. So close. Well, I have good news and bad news. Good news, that is the last normal trainer we have to fight. Bad news, there is one last trainer in our way. You guessed it, Hugh. He is our final challenge before the Pokemon League. And at this point, Hugh isn't that bad of a trainer, but you are probably utterly drained from Victory Road by this point. Victory Road is an enormously exhausting area. So he may actually be a little bit tricky simply because you are drained right now. Both just mentally drained and your Pokemon are drained. He's starting off with an Unpheasant, level 55, normal flying type, super luck ability, moveset is Facade, Aerial Ace, U-Turn, and Swagger. Keep in mind it is holding a scope lens. Interesting move. Interesting that he has a hold item for it. Now, obviously he has different Pokemon depending on what starter you're using. He's actually going to go with his normal type, so I guess I shall counter that with my great and mighty Skarmory, who has amazing defenses. Buffalont, level 55, normal type, reckless ability. Moveset is Head Charge, Wild Charge, Mega Horn, and Earthquake. Surprisingly, this is the only one of his Pokemon that doesn't have a hold item of any sorts, which I guess he's just like, yeah, that Pokemon doesn't mean anything. Ow, that actually kinda hurt. I shall roost! Yay! What did he use on me? Was that Wild Charge? I wasn't paying attention. I have the habit of not paying attention. Yeah, okay. I dropped my flying type, so that won't actually be super effective that turn. He's actually doing a lot of damage to himself because of that. My goal with Skarmory right now is just to get some spikes down to help with the other battles. Because I don't really want to play around with this battle. I want to finish it as quickly as possible. Because, like I said, at this point, I'm pretty drained. I don't like filming for longer than an hour at a time. And I've been filming now for an hour and a half. Like, after I hit the hour mark, that is pretty much like 50 minutes. That's kind of where I meet my capacity for just filming in one sitting. Because it's exhausting to film. I don't know why. Anyways, Buffaloant killed himself. Excellent job, Hugh. You are a great trainer. Next up on the list is going to be his monkey. If you started with Snivy, basically, he'll use the monkey that your starter was weak to. So if you started with Snivy, he is going to use Simipour, level 55, water type, gluttony ability. Its moveset is Rock Slide, Crunch, Brick Break, and Surf, holding Mystic Water. If you started with Tepig, he'll have Simisage, level 55, grass type, gluttony ability. Moveset is Rock Slide, Crunch, Brick Break, or Energy Ball, and it's holding a Miracle Seed. If you started like I did with Oshawott, he's going to have a Simisear, level 55, fire type, gluttony ability, Rock Slide, Crunch, Brick Break, and Flamethrower. It's holding a Charcoal. Not too bad of a Pokemon. And then his last Pokemon is his starter. And obviously it's the starter that your starter was weak to. If you start with Snivy, he'll have Emboar, level 57, fire fighting type, blaze ability, Flamethrower, Rock Slide, Brick Break, Scald, Charcoal, hold item. If you started with Tepig, he'll have Samurott, level 57, water type, Torrent ability, Surf, X-Scissor, Ice Beam, and Revenge, holding Mystic Water. And if you're like me and started with Oshawott, he will have a Serperior, level 57, grass type, Overgrow ability, Giga Drain, Leaf Blade, Dragon Tail, and Coil is its moveset, holding Miracle Seed as a hold item. Again, shouldn't be too bad. Surprisingly, he only has 4 Pokemon. You would think by this point in the game he'd have at least 5. You would also think that since you're at the Elite Four, I don't know. I just kind of expected him to have another Pokemon, but he doesn't, so 4 Pokemon. Amen. Believe me, if you survived Victory Road and you didn't like keep constantly going back to the doctor to heal, you're set for the Elite Four. If you have level 55s, I think the Elite Four is pretty doable. Victory Road is so extensive in this game that you'll gain plenty of levels just by going through it. It is an enormous place. And thankfully, we are done with Victory Road. Your reward for beating Hugh is the TM24 Thunderbolt, arguably one of the best electric type moves in the game. 100% accuracy is the key thing to note about it. It is special based, and that wraps up Victory Road. Exiting the cave, we'll take you to the outside. Notice this is where Victory Road used to be, and this leads to the Pokemon League. I highly recommend you take some time to go heal up your Pokemon to the left at the Pokemon Center, and I will definitely take the time to do that. And like I said, you can also go check out some of the areas of Unova with Waterfall if you haven't already. The Abundant Shrine is an interesting place to take a look at on Route 14. I am not covering it, but feel free to take a look at it if you want. But we shall do the Elite Four next time. Thank you, and good night.